Why? Yeah, it's okay now. Good afternoon. This is FIDE Senior Trainer and International Master Chess Coach Sekhar Sahu welcomes you on behalf of Sports Authority of Gujarat and Gujarat State Chess Session to this intermediate training session. Let me cover some instructive end games followed by some puzzles and then I will go to the main topic. So in the given position we have 4 pawns each and white has the move. Hello everybody, hello Suchita Joshi and Badal Bhamja, welcome. Now the importance that end game, there are few things you must keep a note. The element of time is most important. One tempo can change the result of the game. For example, suppose we give black the move, black is alright after the king comes to g4, black has nothing to worry. The one tempo, but white has the move, so white can win the game. White can create a pass pawn very fast. Hello Aryan Behra. Now b5, c5, both are winning. You can play c5, but better to play b5 because you can create an outside pass pawn. c5 is also equally good. c5 is also good. I do say either way. Now he cannot take the pawn. If he takes, and white can create a pass pawn fast. So king, now b5. Now black cannot capture the b5 pawn, then pawn c6 wins, f6, c6 wins. Or neither can he capture, pawn b6 wins, creating a pass pawn quickly. So this is simple. Pawn breakthrough to create a pass pawn, it is very important. Okay, so let me take you, I must put that sound off. Yeah, it's alright. So, well done. Next. Now this particular position, it is white has the move. I kept it deliberately because the position, there are many young players, they try to attack on the wing without having a good control of center. If you want to attack, you must have certain. So white is not ready. So what is this? Any problem here? Any problem? Why it is happening so? Yeah. So here white starts action g4. In my opinion, this is premature. Now the basic fundamental thing, somebody is attacking the wing, we have to attack the center. Normally the wing attack is best met with a counter blow in center. So scientifically black prepares to push the knight away from center. You have to move the knight back, and now is the time to hit the center. Now if he plays pawn into e5, he loses the the stream of advanced pawn storm in the king side. So he has to play f5. Now blow the center. You should not count now about material, you must blow the center. Because one move delay, g5 will come. White will play g5 and black in serious trouble. So before he could come g5, blow the center. He doesn't care for the pawn. So he plays. Now supposing you play pawn into pawn, suppose pawn takes pawn, then black can play e4, counter play. Because he is taking f3, e2, f1. The center is blown and black will be in a winning position in the absence of white square bishop. This is terrible. Forced rather, and black stands clearly better. White king is more exposed. So Instead of playing pawn into pawn, he plays g5 and now comes knight takes pawn. The center is gone. So please, the lesson from this diagram, when somebody attacks on the wing, you should counter on the center. In other words, a wing attack is best met with a counter blow in center. Vice versa. Normally, if they come on the wing, either queen side, king side, you must try to blow the center in a systematic way. Now it's black on top. Now if he plays pawn to f6, he will simply play bishop to f8. No need to open further line. The position, it is now black to play. I give you time. This is a repetition, but the endgame is instructive. So I am giving it once more. Black to play. First of all, you have to evaluate the position correctly. Black king is far away. The scene of action on the king side. So, black to play, what is the result and how should black play? Whom do you think is better, black to play now? How do you handle the position? I give you 2 minutes time, 3 minutes time. It is instructive. You need to participate. You need to give me some opinion, then I will go ahead. Black to play. No, nobody participates. I want somebody, at least one comment. I want at least one will come forward to tell me. Okay, the position, it is black has, it looks like black is losing the game. It appears outsidely as the first instance when you look, it is white is winning because black king is far away and two connected pawns. But black has resource. He can save the game. he can save the game. For example, number one priority, black must cut off the king. The white king should not be allowed to g3 or h3. So, priority, he must come and cut off the king. Cut off the king first. This is important. Now, white cannot push the pawn. Suppose you push the pawn to f7, rook f3 will win. Or even if you push the pawn to g5 or king g2, here king g2 also loses. He will attack the pawn. He will attack the pawn. The only move. Now there is tempo. The king is in a wrong place. Because f7 loses to rook check and g7 loses to rook check and winning. So this is also equal. He will play king f3, you take the pawn and draw. So the correct move is to rook c, c3 cut off. Now rook c3 cut off. He will push the pawn. But now rook to f3. This is the thematic move that paralyzes the pawn. Neither pawn moves now. Any pawn move loses the pawn. So he is obliged to play king g2, and after that this is a draw. This is a draw now. Now king to g3, take the pawn, and white will manage to save the game. It's a draw. So the whole point is, even the situation looks bad, a player must not give up. You must play very precisely. There is always lot of rich resources and rook and pawn handling. Alright, so let's move forward to the next. No comment on this diagram, but you participate even if it is a mistake. Next. This is also a repetition but instructive. White to play and save the game. How can white draw the game? White to play and draw.